I'm just gonna give you this now and hope that it makes you stick around. I have lost about 45 pounds now, just at home, no gym, mainly by changing how I eat and incorporating some workouts more recently. If I'm all over the place with this. I didn't write any notes down this time because I wanted it to just be genuine and flow well. I'm sorry if it's just not that organized. I feel like I could go on forever about this, but I only have 15 minutes. I know it's a rough time and I just want to help anyone who is where I was in May of last year get started on their journey, or if you're already on your journey, keep you going and help you get to a better place. I went from 187 in May of 2020 when I finally decided to make some change because I was sick of seeing myself the way that I was, knowing I was super unhealthy and overweight, to 142.8-ish actually as of yesterday. So I want this to be some sort of motivation. If you can get even just one thing out of this, I would be super happy, because I know it's January and a lot of people's New Year's resolution is to get more healthy, get in shape, lose some pounds, and build healthy habits. Even if you've been here before, I just wanted to give a recap so far of my weight loss journey, what I've been able to achieve while we've been in quarantine. Wow, I look really cross-eyed, don't mind that. Not only give you some motivation if that is your goal for the new year, but also give you a better sense of what you can do at home. And yeah, just kind of give you a recap, because a lot of the videos that I have on my channel already are from different points along my fitness journey. Before I had my son, I was 100 and maybe 145 pounds. So you can imagine that when I was up to 187 and my son was already 2.5, that really hit me hard. And I'm not going to get into all the mental emotional piece of it right now, because that's a whole different story, and how I was struggling with my weight. It was super disheartening to see myself at that size, just because that's not normal for me. I've mentioned before that I was eating out at least once or twice every single day. I was skipping breakfast, going to the nearest fast food place for lunch, and I would come home, eat out. I would snack on any and everything in between. Once I made the decision to make a change, or to start working on myself, the first thing that I tried when I was trying to lose weight is the keto diet. I had never really tried any diet before. Keto can be effective. If you look through the internet or on social media, you'll find that there are so many good results that people get from keto, mainly because you're going low carb, your body retains so much less water weight, you're not as bloated, and you're not overeating carbs, which can be stored as fat. There are so many pros and cons to all the different diets that are out there. When I did keto, I decided to do at least a week, super low carb, no sugar, and I'll insert some pictures from before I tried keto, and I think it was 9 days of keto, which was a huge shock to my body. You'll see I look kind of deflated, and honestly I guess I never understood the concept of like holding on to a lot of water weight and eating too much like sodium and way too many carbs, and not I guess being conscious of those things, because wow. And you can see all these pictures and more on my Instagram if you want to follow me. I have tried to keep track of like my fitness journey on there. That was like a way to kind of hold me accountable. I knew that if I was like broadcasting it or sharing it with others, it would kind of make me want to stick to something a little bit more. Actually, in 9 days, I lost 9 pounds, which is pretty crazy. So at that point, I went from 187 to, I want to say 178. That was like honestly the thing that motivated me to keep going. That was like the start of my weight loss or fitness journey. I do think keto worked well for me, but it wasn't something that was like sustainable for me, especially because I do enjoy drinking alcohol. After keto, I kind of bounced around and tried other things, and I remember the first week that, well, the only week really that I did keto and like kept away from sugar and had hardly any carbs. I drank that Friday after starting like Sunday or Monday. I tried to drink, and I did, but unsuccessfully, because I guess I didn't realize how little carbs I had in me to absorb the alcohol and help me be okay. I got super drunk very easily. The alcohol just hit me like crazy, and that's not like me. I only intended to get like a little bit buzzed, but yeah, I guess before I realized it, I had drank too much, and I realized that that wasn't something that was like sustainable for me. Not so much because the alcohol part of it, but also because I know myself. I just didn't feel like keto was something I could do forever, and that's okay because it's not for everyone. I follow a lot of people on Instagram who do keto and get amazing results, and I admire them because they're so much stronger than I am. I honestly just couldn't really stay away from carbs that much. Even though I did find some good alternatives, it was I felt like it was something that I would get kind of tired of and eventually fall off of regardless. So I accepted that and moved on to trying to find what else would work for me. If you look on my channel, you'll see that I also tried other things like a 3-day egg fast. I had hit a plateau at some point where I was like I think I was like 172 or 160 something. Didn't feel like I was losing any more weight. So you can see it did help me lose a few pounds and get me past that point when I wasn't really losing anything. Also, I tried this pineapple drink that honestly, that helped me lose another like 6 or 7 pounds in only like a week, which was really good. This was super convenient for me because I didn't have to not eat. It was just something that I incorporated into what I was already doing, which what I wasn't eating super healthy or clean either. It was really helpful because it helped me push me past another plateau, and that's kind of what my fitness journey looked like. I think felt like I would try one thing, my body would get kind of used to it, and then I would have to try something a little bit more new, change it up in sometimes drastic ways to try to get past that plateau, like point where I was slowing down. But that's just how it ended up being for me, right? It was totally new and still am to like losing weight and honestly and trying to figure out what my body needed to drop those pounds and still feel like I had energy. Just looking back, like in hindsight, what things that I did weren't harmful or anything. I wasn't like starving myself, but I was super motivated, and it would get frustrating when I felt like I had made some progress and then I wasn't making any, even though I was still trying. And mind you, during this time, I wasn't really working out that much. Honestly, changing the way that I ate was hard enough for me because I just had such bad habits, and everyone around me, like my family, was kind of dragging me down. I love them to death, but I felt like nobody was on the same page as me, and it was really hard. This is all I'll say about this. It was really hard to stay on track and keep going when nobody around me really had the same goals. I can do another video about this, but yeah, that's why I felt like I had to stay super motivated and keep finding new ways to keep me going and trying new things, because yeah, I would have given up a long time ago. Don't think that any of this happened really overnight, because it didn't. I did start to, you know, incorporate walking or trying to just get myself moving more. I have a almost 3-year-old, and because we were in quarantine, you know, I tried to make an effort to get us outside and get us moving. So I would like stroll him every day to try to make him nap, but also, you know, get some extra steps in. And I would also feel kind of guilty about trying to make time to work out or do that exercising activity. So there were a lot of times where I could have maybe, but I just didn't, because I guilt tripped myself into thinking that, you know, like I was putting myself first or being selfish. Yeah, don't judge me. That's how I felt. So I wasn't working out much during this time. Honestly, at times I probably was just making excuses when I could have. This is just me being super honest and telling you, like, looking back, what I did that I'm proud of and not so proud of. But overall, anyone who's watching this that obviously, you know, wants to lose weight or get in shape or tone up, whatever it is, what I wish I had known when I started this back in May of 2020 is, one, it takes time, and you really shouldn't push your body too hard. Making any changes, honestly, over time, it's going to have some effect. You usually will get good results if you're consistent, but ultimately you need to get into good habits. Finding a few good healthy meals that you can repeat over and over and just get used to makes it so much easier to get into a healthy routine. If you watch my what I eat in a day video, I found those few things that I enjoy that I can eat on a regular basis, you know, at least Monday through Friday. I made healthier swaps and realized that all those little changes that you can make do add up It doesn't have to be anything super drastic. I guess if you look at my eating habits before I started eating out 2 times a day, snacking whenever, and look at how I'm eating now or what helped me lose the weight, you would think that's drastic, but I didn't do it overnight. There have been a lot of small changes that I have made, that I've started to incorporate, and that have ultimately led to me just being healthier and having a better diet and exercise routine overall. For example, you can have a sugary drink, be it soda, juice, lemonade, whatever you might normally drink with your meals or in between meals when you're thirsty, or you can have water. And I know a lot of times we see it as, kind of harmless to just go with the juice, the soda, the sugary drink, because we don't think that drinking water this one time or a few times instead of having, our regular go-to drink is gonna make a difference, but it honestly does. Like, you have no idea how impactful those decisions or those healthy swaps can be. So initially, it might not seem like a lot, but if you, like I said, make yourself choose the healthier thing over time, more consistently, more often, then you will 100% see results. And that goes for, food choices too. I have another video about healthy food swaps, and I want to make a few more, because those decisions or those choices that we make in terms of our nutrition can make a huge difference if we're making them consistently over time. And that all goes back to making sure that we're conscious of how many calories we're consuming, if we're burning any, or making time to, burn those extra calories if we're trying to lose weight. And that's all stuff I wish I would have been conscious of and known when I first started this weight loss or fitness journey. I could go on forever. I kind of get a little bit flustered when I talk about my progress or my story with trying to lose weight, because there's so much to it, honestly. There were so many turning points where I learned something new or started trying something else, and I've come to different realizations. So it's honestly been a work in progress. Since I have lost the weight, my mental clarity has just improved so much. I'm just in such a different place now, and it's not so much because I look different, but I feel so different, and in a good way. Like, I feel so much more energized and able. I can't explain to you how worth it is to just get started and continue going, even when you feel like you've made, small accomplishments. That's awesome. You can pat yourself on the back, but don't give up there. Don't go waste everything that you've accomplished because you go back to thinking that you don't need to do that anymore, or that you've already, gotten where you want to, so you can go back to your old ways. That's just gonna make you have to start over from square one, and honestly, it's not worth it. So if you're on a fitness journey or you're going to begin one, please let me know that you are out there. I am so thankful for all my new subscribers. I promise I'm going to continue posting. I know I have been pretty absent lately. I do want to become more consistent, not only with, working out and trying to see results, but also with posting on YouTube. I know 2020 was crazy for a lot of us, but with this new year comes a new chance to focus on things that we have control over. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now, and I feel like life becomes so much better when you take control of things that are within your power. You can choose what you eat and how, what sort of relationship you have with food and nutrition and your diet, and also, trying to make that extra time to get those workouts in, because honestly, that is going to make a world of difference in your physical, mental, and emotional health. I hope that you can get some sort of motivation from this. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I tried to keep it short, but if you have any questions at all about my fitness journey, please do leave a comment down below, or find me on social media. Send me a message. I am more than happy to do like a Q&A for anything that I didn't address. Happy 2021, guys. I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care and be safe. Bye.